to day 4. Happy Thursday. Can you believe we have made it to Thursday this week? This week has flown by so far. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday. I'm here in Canada, BC, and I know it's family weekend this weekend here. But even if it isn't family weekend where you are located, I hope you can spend your time with loved ones and that you've had a wonderful week so far. Day 4, we are talking about your organic marketing strategy. We are coming from this of an angle of like a bird's eye view. We're going to zoom out on your business, see what's set up, see what adjustments may need to be made for you to shift more into alignment with your goals. Let me know that you're joining by dropping hashtag live. If you're watching replay, hashtag replay. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I have the chat here beside me. I have my phone here beside me to answer any questions. I am streaming to a few platforms. One of my favorite things about doing this 5-day live event is that the same people are going, but they're all connecting on different platforms each day. So I sometimes see, oh, they tune in from my profile. Sometimes they're tuning in from my group, sometimes from the challenge group. So it's so good to see that you're tuning in all of the places because I'm connected with you in all those places, which we talked about on day 1, becoming more visible to your ideal client and how to get more connected with your leads. Because if you have more connection points, you have more opportunity to show up, make an impact, be heard, and ultimately nurture that relationship. Day 2, we were talking more about your lead generation streams, what that looks like for you right now. Are you at a place where you have no leads, inconsistent leads, weekly leads, or daily leads, and the shifts you need to make in order to shift to that daily leads regimen, and how I'm able to, and how my clients are able to generate leads on autopilot on Facebook without running ads. And then yesterday, day 3, we went over some of the new Facebook features, some features you may have not heard of, 2023 updates. And now today we're doing kind of a overview of your organic marketing strategy. And we'll talk about Facebook, of course, as well. And towards the end, I'll answer some questions that have come in over the last few days. And if you have any questions right now, drop them now, and I'll answer in today's session or tomorrow's. Tomorrow, day 5, the last day of the event. There's like something else I was going to say. Oh, I just dropped a link into the chat. So hopefully if you click on that link, you'll give Restream permission for me to be able to see your name so I actually can know who's commenting on the side here rather than just seeing Facebook user or YouTube subscriber. So make sure you click that link in the comments so that gives me permission to see your name. And we will dive on in. So before we can determine what your organic marketing strategy looks like, we need to know that you know what an organic marketing strategy is and means. Because a lot of people are like, what does organic mean? Or they're like, is this included? Is my content marketing the same as organic marketing? And so it's important to know the definition and that we define it in the same way so that we can be clear on the steps you need to take. So let's break it down. Organic means no paid advertisement. Again, people have different definitions for it, but I simply put it like that. So that means I'm not running ads. I'm not running YouTube ads, Google ads, Facebook ads. I'm not running ads to generate leads in my business. I follow all organic strategy. Marketing. Marketing is advertising your business. Okay? Advertising your business. Strategy is having some sort of process system in place that is being implemented either manually or is automated. So, your organic marketing strategy is the way you are generating leads for your business, it's the way you're advertising your business without running ads. So, what does that look like for you right now in your business? And we don't want to confuse marketing and sales. They are not the same. They are not synonyms. Marketing is the advertising for your business. Sales is the conversion of those leads that come from your marketing efforts. So if we're looking at the journey, right? Your journey of somebody not knowing who you are to becoming a paying client and renewing with you. These are the steps. First, you need to be clear who you serve, the transformation you provide, and yeah, that target audience. So once you know the transformation you provide and the value, so like the price point of it, and you know your target audience, that's like the business foundations. Once you have those, you're then marketing your business, which is advertising your services, your offer, your program. You're advertising the transformation you provide and the people that you provide it for. Marketing. Sales is from those people that raise their hand or are ideal clients. From those marketing efforts, you're generating leads from your marketing. Those leads become client from your sales. So the sales is those leads turning into client. Then there's the stage of client delivery. So that's like your onboarding, actually doing the program or the one-to-one service or the course. And then there's retention. So how are you keeping those clients clients? How are you retaining your clients? How do you continue to serve these people? Are you upselling? Are you downselling? Are they renewing with you? And that's a retention system. So what we've been focusing on over these last 4 days now, like 5 days, 4 days, is the marketing. So in order for you to have that marketing strategy, you first need to be clear on that business foundation. So business foundation comes first, then marketing. And here's what I see. People say, I want clients. How do I get clients? Before they even have leads. So they're skipping a step in the process. They're like, I have the business foundation. I know who I want to serve. I know the value I provide. I want clients. So they go right from business foundation to sales, and they miss that very important middleman, which is the marketing. You should not be concerned about getting clients if right now you don't have leads, because before clients are clients, they're leads. So rather than thinking, I need or I want more clients, think, do you have the leads? Because those leads are necessary to get the volume of clients you desire. So maybe you are right now in a more intimate capacity with your clients. So you are one to one, or maybe you have a membership. So you're more focused on volume. Whatever your desirable amount of clients on a daily or a weekly or a monthly basis is, you need to make sure you have a sufficient lead flow to actually reach those goals. Because if you have no leads coming into your business, that means you're not acquiring any new clients. So right now, if you already have clients, that's great. You want to be retaining those clients. But if you want to acquire new clients on top of the clients you're already serving, you need to make sure you have lead streams coming in. I just did a post yesterday and we talked about this, the importance of having a diverse amount of lead streams. So if you're solely depending on one or two lead streams, what happens if that slows down or that lead stream gets cut off, right? If you solely depend on client referrals and that person stops referring, are you going to have to shut down your business? If so, that's a problem. If you're solely depending on your Facebook personal profile and that content, your written content, you're solely depending on that content to bring in your leads, and then all of a sudden Facebook shuts down, your personal profile is gone. What are you going to do? Would that be an issue for you? If you had a diverse profile of lead generation streams, either of these things wouldn't bother you because it's just one source. Yes, maybe it wouldn't be the most convenient or desirable thing, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. It wouldn't be the end of your business. So you want to make sure your organic marketing strategy is not dependent on one or two sources. In day one, we talked about the 3 channels of Facebook. That is diversifying lead generation streams within Facebook, but that's still all on Facebook. So I'm an organic lead generation strategist. And yes, I specialize in Facebook group growth. And I run an agency where we do that for people. We've done for you Facebook group growth. So that is our focus. But what I ensure is that we are building out other lead generation streams that get people connected with their leads outside of Facebook. So that way, if Facebook was to all of a sudden vanish, our clients would still have their leads. They would still have leads flowing into their business. So, yes, it's great to have a primary platform, and I recommend people have a primary platform. But you, again, don't want, quote, all your eggs in one basket to the point where if that one thing gets cut off, you're out of business or you're not able to acquire any more clients. So think about on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel in your current lead generation streams? 1 being, I have no leads coming to me. 3 being, I have 1 lead generation streams and I get leads from time to time. 5 would be like inconsistent. 7 is I have a few lead generation streams. It's pretty consistent, but if I was cut off from a platform, I would be freaking out. 10 is like, my profile is so diverse. I have leads coming to me daily. I would not be phased if my cutoff was shut off tomorrow or if my Facebook was cut off tomorrow. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel like you're at? Okay, so I'm seeing a 5 in the chat. Late to the show, we'll go back and watch the beginning. No worries at all. So 5, you're working on it. Great. We should always be working on it. And I think everybody in every area of business, if we're at a 10, we wouldn't be here. Like if you're watching this training right now, if you're watching this live, you're not at a 10 because you're wanting to improve, which is a good thing. Because if you're able to identify that there is a gap or there is an issue or something could be improved, then you can actually take action upon it rather than walking blindly saying, oh, I don't know why things aren't working. This sucks. And then just continuing. You're actually identifying this is where I'm at so that I can improve. I know what my next steps look like. So you have your primary platform. Possibly it is Facebook. For myself, it is Facebook. We talked about those connection points with getting connected with your leads. And yesterday we talked about some of the features within Facebook to help you with your visibility, with your time. And we want to talk more about your time today. So I want you to think about if you were to write down what you do every day that you show up for your business, what does that look like? And I highly, highly encourage you to actually do this if you're not already. Every day, write down what you did that day. Because if you don't know where you're spending your time, you realize, oh, I'm spending 10, 12, 15 hours on my business, and all the time was spent with things that aren't lead generating activities or aren't sales activities. If your time isn't spent there, then nothing on the front end of your business is changing. You're not acquiring new clients because you're focusing all on the back end things, right? And building a presentation, that's not acquiring you new clients. That's not a lead generation activity. That's not a sales activity. It may lead to one of those, right? That presentation is necessary for you to then go out on the live and do the lead generating activity. But that in and of itself is not changing whether or not you're generating leads or making sales that day. This is why when we look at the process of business foundation, marketing, sales, delivery, retention, some people are focusing on the delivery and retention before they even have made a sale, right? They're building out their course, they're perfecting their course before they even have a client. And little tip here, you're often going to want to change things once you actually start working with your people. So if right now you're building out your group coaching program and you're working on the back end modules and they haven't gone through the program yet, more likely than not, you're going to want to change that up. We often think we need to build before we sell. We don't. If you know you can deliver upon what you say you can deliver upon, you have enough to go out and sell. You have a skill, you know the transformation you can provide and the value you can provide. You can go out and sell it today, whether you have it built or not. You're not saying you have it built, you're not being inauthentic, you're showing up genuinely, but you can still make that sale and oh, okay, great. People are on the wait list or people signed up. Yeah, it's been proven now. I've proven that this is in demand and now I can deliver upon it. So, as you're looking at the big view of your organic marketing strategy, I want you to think about your lead generation streams. How have you brought on clients in the past, right? You've brought on clients, you've worked with clients. Where have those clients come from? Because if you don't ever analyze this, you could realize you're missing out on a gold mine, right? Maybe, let's say 20 of your clients have come from this specific source, right? Let's say a specific lead magnet you did. They loved this training and 20 people converted from it. And then you haven't even promoted that resource in the last 6 months, right? So often we have this gold sitting in front of us that has already proven to work. And if we double down on that thing, it would be like ramping things up. What I want you to get from today is that you have everything you need right now, as you are, to reach your goals. Did you hear that? You don't need to do anything more. You don't need to build more. You don't need to be more. But it's simply the belief that you have the ability to serve it and then going out and taking action upon it. So I want you to think about today, without thinking about all the things you have to do, the building or whatever. What do you have to sell today? Not saying what have you already built. I'm saying if I came to you right now and said, how can I work with you? What would that conversation look like? And is this in alignment with your financial goals as well and the way you desire to serve your clients? Right? If you want to sign 10K clients, but you don't have a 10K offer, it's going to be pretty hard to make that happen. You're making it impossible for yourself because you haven't given yourself the opportunity. If I come to you and I say, hey, I want to invest 15K in you, what can I buy? Do you have an offer for me? I don't know. I'd have to see and have that conversation. So often we limit ourselves and we say we can't do things or I wish I could do this. I wish I could sign 6K clients. But we don't even give ourselves the opportunity to receive that. We've never even put it out there. How do you know? Don't know unless you ask. Don't want to assume. Assumption kills opportunity. It's one thing I say all the time. Assumption will kill opportunity. So don't assume anything in conversation, people's intention. Show up fully and know that you have enough already as you are. That's like a side tangent, but it's so, so important. Getting back to organic marketing. So diversifying your lead streams. What does that look like? Write it down today. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching replay, I want you to write down these two things: where you're spending your time, your current lead generation streams, and what that looks like, and then write down your goals. And I want you to look back at your calendar now, or the date, where you've spent your time and energy in the days. Does your calendar match your vision? Does your schedule match your vision? Because if you're focusing on the back end, if you're focusing on the automation, if you're focusing on all these things that aren't lead generating, that aren't sales activities, but your goals are to acquire new clients and reach these financial goals, do these actions really line up with the vision? How can you diversify your lead generation streams on a platform and outside of a platform? So, on a platform, whether you're on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, there are different opportunities within that platform to diversify your lead streams. And then outside of that platform, you can use one platform to be a main source to get you connected on other places, platforms. So, for myself, I have Instagram is my secondary, Facebook is my primary. I also have an email list and I also have LinkedIn. I do have some phone numbers as well, but I haven't been using SMS marketing at this point. So, those are a few different ways I'm connected with leads, but those are not necessarily my lead streams because that's just a platform. That's not necessarily a lead stream. So a lead stream is going to be where are my clients coming from within these platforms, right? So one of mine would be my Facebook group. Every time I wake up, there's new leads requesting into my Facebook group, which I then add to my database. And my database is outside of my social media platforms. The reason why is because if social media was shut down, I still want to have my lead data. So if you don't have a CRM, if you don't have an external lead database in a spreadsheet, in whatever, a more comprehensive CRM, then that's not good for you because if those social media platforms are shut down, you're going to lose all of that data. You're not going to be able to remember all the names. Or even worse, oh my goodness, me 2 years ago, I had a piece of paper with names on it. How inefficient is that? And maybe that's you, and that's okay because that's a place to start from. You can identify, okay, right now, tracking my leads on a piece of paper, and there's better ways to go about this. Like a spreadsheet is one next level up, but I recommend a CRM. If you're wondering what my CRM is, you can just DM me CRM and we can talk about if that's going to be a good fit for you. I'm going to check the comment section here because today is also a Q&A, so I want to make sure I have time for that. Yes, paper with names, LOL. Me. I spend too much time doing non-lead generation stuff. That's a huge takeaway. And also thinking about the way you want to structure your business. So, how do you currently show up for your business? Is it consistent? Right? If you have a 9 to 5, or if you're full time in your business, or you're a mom, all these things are going to determine how, when, how long you show up for your business. So you want to make sure the schedule is in alignment with your life and your desired life and the way you want to serve. So my schedule is probably going to look very, very different from yours based on the way I want to operate in my business and my goals. And believe it or not, we have seasons in our business. We have seasons. So your goals for this season may be different from next season. I usually think of my seasons kind of in quarters. So I'm thinking quarter one, what is my intention for quarter one? My word for the year has been connection. So I've been focusing on deepening the connection with the people I'm already connected with and expanding my connections. So that's been my whole focus since the beginning of the year. Sometimes you're going to be in stages and focus on, more head down, discipline, let's go and do this thing. And that's a season, right? And then sometimes you're going to be more, flow, ease, focus on this. So it's okay to go into seasons, but structure in your business is going to allow your business to have consistency and more growth, even even if you're in a more season of flow or head down. You're still growing in both seasons because of the way you've structured your business and time. So for me, what that looks like is time blocking. I have my calendar of my inbound, of my outbound activities. I have a calendar which has my client calls and my personal things. So if I have, let's say I'm going out with a friend at a coffee shop, I have that scheduled into my calendar so that I know where I'm spending my time and I know how to spend my time each day to know that my business is growing and I'm also respecting myself and my time by putting things I also want to do outside of my business into my calendar. So I'm not prioritizing my business over my life, they work in harmony. Okay, I'm checking into the chat now. I have a spreadsheet, lol. If that's working for you, amazing. Like, I want you to do what's working for you. But if it's not working for you, we can definitely chat about maybe something that's a little bit more comprehensive that can serve you better. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. I'm so worried about the back end stuff slash automation because when I do get a lead, I need a system in place to utilize that lead. But I've spent months in this mode and got too comfortable. I put my offer, but da 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 da. Now I'm serving those leads. So I'm so worried about the back end stuff slash automation. So I guess what is causing the worry? Or like, because that's like I would say like a surface level worry, but what is the underlying worry of that? Like if you don't have the back end perfected or automated yet, what's the worry about that? I'm not sure if this is your situation. I'd have to talk to you further, but for some, they get worried about volume of clients before they even have clients or need to worry about that, right? Like some people actually block, like more mentally block clients from coming in because they're worried that they can't handle or sustain that. So I'm not sure if that's what it's rooted in, but definitely let me know. I was too focused on having everything in place. Yes. So I mean, I think everybody can relate to this. We want to deliver, we want to provide value, and we want to be happy with the service we provide, and we also care that our clients are happy. But our clients don't expect or shouldn't expect perfection, right? And I want you to think about your ideal client. So when you're working with your ideal client, my ideal client understands that I'm human and that my team is human. My clients understand how business works. They understand that it takes time to work with somebody and get to know them. My clients respect my boundaries. And so I'm thinking about when you're working with your ideal client, do they care if everything's perfect? Do they care if everything is perfectly designed? Or do they just want the transformation? Because at the end of the day, I was just on a call with one of my mentors in this mentorship, and she was talking about like she used to design all of these, PDFs and stuff, and now she does Google Docs instead. Guess what? I don't care. I'm happy with a Google Doc. Might not be as pretty as a Canva, perfectly designed PDF. But guess what? I get the value, I get the transformation. That's what I came for. So this is also dependent on your service, right? What your service is, what your offering is. So some of these things are dependent on those factors. But overall, your ideal client should not and does not expect perfection. And we often hold ourselves to a higher standard because we want to deliver. So, absolutely hold yourself to a high standard, but understand that perfection, you can always be improving. Because once you get that done, it can be better. Like when I build out something, I'm like, I want to redo that training and that training and that training. And so that's why I did more live stuff with my clients. I realized, do you know what? I'm evolving, I'm adapting, I'm learning constantly, I'm investing in myself constantly, I'm up leveling. And so for me to keep on doing all of these recordings and updating this course is not serving me or my people. It's much better for me to show up live each day for my clients with my knowledge at that time and share value then than to continuously be redoing all these recordings. So I would ask yourself like the structure of your offer and kind of going back to what I said earlier, you can sell right now what you have just based on your knowledge, your skill set. And it may not be the way you've structured yourself to set up your offer right now but it can be that shift, and that only shift you need to make is a mental shift. It's a decision to go out and sell what you have. Let me know if there's any last questions or comments. Tomorrow, I'll spend a lot more time on questions because they've come over the week. And so I'll go into that. And we're also going to talk about how to increase your yes rate. So, yes rate for people coming into your group, for people responding to DMs, for people saying, yes, I want your free training. So, you're going to want to be here at 2 p.m. EST tomorrow. It's our final day. And if you want to connect with me, if you're interested in working with myself or my team, just shoot me a DM, say hello, introduce yourself, and let me know where you're at in your business, and we can talk to see if I'm the service provider for you. I want to stick to my word and cut this off at the 30-minute mark. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you for tomorrow's last live session of Master Marketing on